Perfect. I always worry it's not going to record. Hi, everybody. Oh, crikey, I can see people jumping in. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the webinar. We've got a few people registered today, quite a few people, so we're going to give time for everyone to hop in. And as you're hopping in, show us that the chat is working. Let us know in the chat, where in the world are you? What do you do in your business and who are you? We want to learn all about you. Drop it in the chat so that we can see. Take your time to settle in, and we'll check in on that chat in a second. Before then, I'll give you my intro. If you're new to Offering Tree webinars, hello, my name is Sinead. I'm usually the person in the chair here. My pronouns are she, her. I live in Calgary, Alberta, and I'm a yoga teacher, part of the Offering Tree team, and I'm also an Offering Tree user, so I get to see kind of the whole picture of Offering Tree. And if you're new to the webinars, we try and run these like once or twice a month, business support, strategies, tips to try and build out your business and just give you that extra bit of information that you might need. And today we have the absolute whiz, the Offering Tree superstar, Ashley Hagen here, which is going to be absolutely brilliant. We've got, if you are already an Offering Tree user, you know you have an online store, you maybe don't use it that much, you maybe wonder how you can use it. Well, this webinar is going to tick all of those boxes, and we're really, really excited to have Ashley here. And I'm going to pass over to Ashley in a second. But before I do, some housekeeping. There will be a replay, so if you need to hop off early, I'll do my absolute best to get this live within the next couple of hours and in your inbox. We'll take questions, maybe a couple throughout, but definitely at the end. So keep your questions coming in the chat throughout the call so that we can come back to them. And yeah, we're going to have some links, some goodies, some discounts from Offering Tree and from Ashley. And if you've not signed up for an Offering Tree site yet, I'll drop a link in the chat where you can get your free trial and actually look at this online store that we're going to talk about today. And then a little bit about who Offering Tree actually is. It's an online software. We are everything that you need if you're a wellness professional, whether you're a solopreneur, all the way through to a multi-location studio. Offering Tree is a fantastic software that can support you for class registrations, email marketing, on-demand libraries, or just having a website, whatever you need, all the way through your needs, we can support you. So we are very, very glad to have you here. So I'm going to stop my screen share, and then I'll just take a quick look at the chat.
We've got lots of great people from all over the world here. Lots of great participants. Hi.
Hi, everybody. Now, where's my chat? Oh my gosh, we've got loads of people. Louisville, Kentucky. Hi, Audrey in Brussels. Oh, cool. Europe, Barcelona, and Delaware, Cincinnati. Oh, wow. This is so cool. Thank you, everybody, for being here. So I'm going to be back here. I'll be in the chat. I'll be keeping an eye on things, and I'll just pass it over to Ashley. Take it away.
Awesome. Welcome, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. I think this is my third webinar I've done with Offering Tree on a different topic each time, which has been super fun. And I really just want to get right to it and talk about the store feature, something that I think is so underutilized, and there's so much power to it. So there is the chat to ask questions, so you can be in there. I think with this webinar format, there's also a Q&A tab that if you have like a burning question you really need answered, or you really want answered, you can go to that Q&A tab too, but we'll do our best to check on the chat. So going to get right to it. So I'm going to share my screen too and go into some slides, which keeps me on topic and on pace. So we're going to get to the slides. We're amplifying your online store, or starting your online store, and how to grow it, what kind of products to put on it in it. And I'm going to share 5 ways to increase your profits, and a lot of other tips and tricks. So this is going to be more of a training, less of a sales pitch or a webinar that leads to something else. It's more of, let's actually talk about how to do this and what we need to do. So moving on, just a quick little intro. Hi, I'm Ashley. This is like the intro to every webinar I do. I'm a yoga teacher. I am also an online business coach that helps people with the technology side of yoga teaching, specifically online. I've helped hundreds or thousands of yoga teachers with skills beyond yoga training, like business, marketing, website building, If we haven't met before, you can connect with me at Ashes Yoga. My profession was a graphic designer, so I love the marketing aspect of this, and I've combined yoga teaching, which is my passion, with design and marketing. And part of that is making presentations like this and figuring out the tech stuff that a lot of us have trouble with. Most important, I don't have a lot of time to waste, and I'm sure you don't either. I've got 2 little boys, and they're my whole world. And so I do my best to figure out and share any shortcuts and time-saving solutions so you don't have to. So I'm figuring all that stuff that will save you time and save you money and make you more money. So I know that you've got priorities beyond just sitting on your computer all day in the admin. So let's talk about some of those shortcuts. I do also have a free guide that I just updated that I've shared and made in conjunction with Offering Tree. It's at ashesyoga.com/online guide. It's a 15-page PDF with a bunch of resources, clickable links, and recommendations for software, how to record, all that kind of stuff if you are just getting started with teaching online. So this is also another great starting point if you're looking for more of just a general how to teach online document, just a good resource. And I'm going to be mentioning maybe a few courses or ways to work with me. So I just want to put it out there, ashesyoga.com. There's a coaching tab or work with me, and that's where you can find how to book with me, that kind of thing. So no big sales pitch, just telling you a couple of those resources. I'll mention these again at the end. And let's talk about who this is for. So I hope this connects with the people that are here. If not, that's okay. You're here for support, to be supported, to support me and the people who are here. Awesome. So let's talk about it. If you are a current Offering Tree user, this is for you. So if you're currently in it, yes. If you want to expand your online offerings beyond Zoom classes, beyond live classes, if you want to expand your business, this is for you. You want to increase your income. Who wouldn't like a little extra money from different variety of sources? And you're also looking to create more passive income, and that's in quotes because it's not entirely passive, but as passive as you can get, so that you can work less and earn more. And the store function is exactly how you do that. We're going to cover today in this hour together what the store actually is. I'll give you some definitions and some jargon and some words and terminologies that you might not be familiar with that are important to know what they mean. I'm going to share the 5 types of digital content to add to your store. Keyword there, digital content. And then 3 ways to best upload your video content. For yoga teachers and wellness practitioners, a lot of us want to upload videos or are asked about videos. So there's some specific tips and techniques that I want to share with you that will really help. So if you're not an Offering Tree user or you're curious about it, you can get started at offeringtree.com/ashes is my partner discount and my affiliate link. For any support articles dealing with Offering Tree and setting up your site, support.offeringtree.com. And if you want a community where you can ask questions and look at other users and ask them for some support, they have a Facebook community called the Offering Tree User Group. I'm there, and a lot of great people are there to help you answer any questions or help you with any feedback. So a few resources here for Offering Tree users or those of you who are just getting started. Today, I'm not going to cover, let's go through this real quick. This is housekeeping things too. I'm not going to cover full tutorials on how to build your online store. It would just take way too long. So you can use the support articles to help you through the process. I'm not going to cover selling physical products. I know this is what some people came for, thinking that the store was for yoga mats and t-shirts and water bottles. And you can do that. You can sell physical products. However, it's not what we're covering today. Physical products is an option with some limitations with Offering Tree. You can set one sales tax rate and you can't collect shipping information. So primarily, if you're selling physical products, you're doing so person to person, in person. You can have physical products, just not a full, huge e-commerce type store. So there's some limitation there. So we're not going to cover that in depth today. Scheduling and appointments, that's another topic, but that's also what Offering Tree does. That's maybe what you know it for, but we won't cover questions on that. I'm not going to tell you how to create your content or what kind of equipment to use. And we're not covering in-depth marketing and sales, but you'll get some good tips and strategies. And also, I'm not going to answer questions about pricing or what should I price this, how much is a membership, or sales tax type things. That would be best left up to your tax advisor, legal team, and up to your discretion. So things we won't cover, but we are going to go through a lot of really great material. My goal for you today is to understand the power, like complete power of the online store. There's so much, and to give you some ideas and inspiration to get you started and move you even more forward. And there's a question to post the Facebook group link. I don't know what it is. So the Facebook group link, if you search for Offering Tree user group on Facebook, you'll find it there. Oh, there we go. Is it facebook.com/groups/offering tree? Because it's a group. So that's the community. So there might be it might be on the page. So, but searching for it, you should find it. Okay, let's go through a few things to remember as we go through this process. There is no right way to build your online store. If you come to anyone and say, well, how do I do it? What's the step-by-step process? To be honest, there's a lot of different ways, and you get to get your hands in there and get dirty and play with it, because there's so much variety in how you can put it together. I'll be sharing with you a lot of examples and samples from other users. And the best way to actually do this is to get that experience and just try it out. So experience is going to be your best teacher. Give yourself some time to play with it, to choose one thing and try to upload your first store item or your next store item. And also, you can do everything, but not all at once. So these ideas, these inspirations I'm going to share with you might be a little bit overwhelming, and you might think, oh my goodness, I can't do all that. That is so much. That's way too much. Well, break it down piece by piece. We're not going to do it all at once. You start with one small thing, and you gain the confidence to continue on. So think of this as just an overview, not your step-by-step guide. What's the store? What is the store? The store, it's a link in your Offering Tree site, or it's a section that you look at and you maybe have skipped over. You might have thought, well, what's a store? I'm not selling yoga mats. Why would I need the store? Oh, let me tell you. The store is a place where you can sell practically anything: videos, courses, membership libraries, challenges, digital products, workshops, workbooks, ebook, and yes, even physical goods in a limited capacity. But you can sell anything digital, anything that's on demand that someone could purchase that you don't have to be present for. It's an amazing function. I think we all should be using this. So let's go through some definitions just so you're aware of what these mean. Your store is a place that you sell your products. It's a page on your website where people can hit the buy now button. It looks a little bit like this. So your store is your whole page that has a bunch of products on it that people could purchase. So it's a page on your website. I recommend renaming that page to something that suits your business a little bit better, because store for some people makes it seem like you're selling, again, t-shirts and water bottles, but you might be selling videos or courses or class replays. So you can rename that page to something that better suits what you're selling or what you're offering. For me, it's video library. For someone else, it might be class replays, or it might be online courses. So you get to choose, and you can change it as much as you want, just something that's better a reflection of what you're going to sell. All right, and then a section inside of your store is a way to categorize all your products. So a section might be like what I have here. I have a section called Zoom Yoga Replays. Underneath that is a section called Yoga Class Workshops. Underneath that is PDF free downloads. So I section my store so that's easily searchable, and that you can, and everything comes just pretty in a nice package. And then a store item. Now let's get super specific. A store item is the product inside your store. So a single product that someone can click buy on. But within that single store item can be as much or as little content as you want. So as an example, this one that I'm highlighting here, my morning movement replay library, has about 300 videos in it. There's no limit to the number of pieces of content you can put inside of a store item. Or if you want to do it in a way that's just one video, per one store item, that's okay too. So again, there's no one right way to do it. You get to choose how you organize and categorize these. So within the store item, you can have a variety of different types of content, videos, text. You can create folders to separate things within the store item. You can create course lessons. You can do a 30-day challenge, or it can just be one single download. So there's a lot, right? Christine just asked if she can have multiple store pages on Offering Tree. You can actually create separate pages yourself and add different sections for that page. So if you create a custom page, you can add just your Zoom replay section and then create another page that's just your workshops section. So you would create that yourself. It's not an automatic thing, but you create a separate page, what is it called? A custom page, and you can add the store items as you wish inside of them. So there is a way to do that. So why set up your online store? Why even have an online store? If you've got Zoom classes, you're good with teaching live, what's the point of an online store? Well, you maybe are coming up with some ideas already. So with an online store, it's really as passive as you can get with online teaching. So this is a way to do the upfront work, and then you can sell for a long time without actually having to show up over and over again. You have a higher earning potential because you're diversifying where your income is coming from. You've got multiple products. You've got more things to offer. And you wouldn't have to repeat the same classes over and over, or repeat the same answers to questions over and over. You can send them to a single place that you've already prepackaged, and away they go. So it's a way that you can not have to repeat. And then it also allows your students to go deeper with you with courses, with a membership, or they can start more confidently. And I'll show you an example of what I mean by starting more confidently as I get into all those examples. It allows your students to just to get to know you more, to build that know, like, and trust factor. It builds confidence in yourself as an online creator, as an online teacher. As you get more comfortable with creating digital products and offering things in your store, you're going to want to go a little bit further and push that edge just a little bit more, just like you do in your yoga practices, right? So you find a pose that gives you a little discomfort, you get a little more comfortable, and you keep going. And honestly, the best reason is because you can. Offering Tree has this option. It's not an add-on. It's not an upgrade feature. It's available to anyone to be able to sell whatever you want, whenever you want, and at any time. So because you can, why not? So I'm going to ask a question now. Who is currently using the online store in Offering Tree? Type a 1 in the comment if yes, you are. Type a 2 if you are not, but you want to, and that's why you're here. And type a 3 if you're like, I have no idea. So I don't even know why I'm here. Like that's fine. Lots of 1s and 2s. Oh my goodness. We got a 3. I see 1, 3. So lots of 1s and 2s. It's 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. Perfect. So we've got a lot of people currently using it and want to expand, and probably. And then 2, you're curious about it. You want to use it, but you're unsure and you're working on it. Amazing. Cool. I love it. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's now dive into the topic at hand, the 5 types of digital content to add to your store. Okay, good. Woo. 5 types of digital content. This will give you a lot of ideas for moving forward, as well as examples and inspiration. And just to give you a quick overview of those 5 things I'm talking about: digital products, lead magnets, online courses, class recordings, and memberships. Now let's go one by one. Digital products. This is one of my favorites because it's how I got started as an online entrepreneur. I didn't have a lot of ways that I could teach online, but I knew I could sell something. Everyone can sell something. A digital product is something that's downloadable, that you sell, that someone could download onto their computer or any device. It's usually a PDF. It might be a downloadable video. It's a guide, a workbook, a manual, could be a yoga training manual, an ebook. Often it's in the form of a PDF because that's a file format that's not easily editable and it stays the same wherever you're looking at it. And I always recommend canva.com for designing these graphics or PDFs because there's great templates out there. So a digital product is a great thing to put onto your store. It could just be a singular file that you upload to the store, and then someone who buys it can download it. Very simple. I got started however many years ago, I don't know, 6 years ago, with selling a digital product. It was an ebook. I was selling a yoga sequencing ebook because I didn't have a lot of opportunities for teaching after moving across the country. And I thought, what am I good at? What do people ask me about? And so I created an ebook and sold it for $27. Now, if Offering Tree were available at the time, I 100% would have put it on Offering Tree. Instead, I had to go find some third-party software for digital product downloads and pay another monthly fee on top of what I was paying because it wasn't an option for me to use my all-in-one Offering Tree system. So now I have it on Offering Tree, and in the course of the first few years, I've sold over 500 of these ebooks. And I didn't have to do any additional work except to market it, to talk about it, to invite to it. So there was no live presentation, there's no support. It's just buy the download and have it, use it, have it help you. And here's a couple other examples. And I'm also giving their websites in the slides. You'll see their website and their name. So Shauna has an ebook for a journey to self-love. It's $9 and it's an interactive guide, meaning a PDF that you can click on, and maybe it's got a fillable workbook in it. $9 ebook for self-love. Awesome. Esther at Unbothered Wellness, maybe she's here today too. She has some digital prints or some digital files you can download for printing. So a high quality print. So this is another way. Think of things like that you could sell on Etsy almost, or what's a digital product you could sell through Etsy, but you could do it on your Offering Tree site. So someone could buy one of these for $8 and then download the file, either print it or use it for whatever purpose they want. So it's something they can just simply buy, a digital product, right? Very easy. I think everyone should try out selling a digital product or having something, even if it's a $5, really low price thing, because this is one of those things that's going to give you confidence to continue to go bigger in time. So something small, it's perfect. Lead magnets, number 2, very similar to digital products, except this is used to grow your email list. It's usually free with someone inputting their email. And it often leads to an upsell. So it often leads to asking for a sale afterwards or through email. And I'm going to plant a seed in your mind to use the new automations feature with Offering Tree. I'm not going to go in depth, but I will just mention that so you know and are aware that that is an option also with the all-in-one Offering Tree situation. So a couple examples. I have a bunch of freebie downloads in a section on my store on Offering Tree. And all they are a single file, a PDF that I've uploaded, and people can, I don't want to say buy, they can download them as long as they input their email address. That builds my email list. It also gives something for free. And I can also say, hey, to work with me further or to book a class, here's where you go next. You can either do that within the free download, or you can do that in the store section in text, in the welcome letter, or however you want to do it. Another way you could do this is free videos. So it was Allison here at Breathe, Move, Relax, Scott has yoga that's 15 minutes or 10 minutes, just sort of like a trial. Someone would have to input their email address in order to try out these mini classes to see if they would be interested in purchasing the membership or purchasing a package or a series or something else later on. So it's a way to grow an email list and also gives people a taste of what she offers on the rest of her site. A bonus idea, and I love this when I saw this in the Offering Tree user group, is to create a free mini course or series in your store to help people get started, to help them with that onboarding process. So Esther did this beautifully at unbotheredwellness.com. She has a store item that says start here as a section, and then it's the welcome package, how to get started at her studio. And then she's got other little intro lessons that are free input your email address, 5 moves that happen during a yoga session, 5 moves during a reformer session, so that people can come into her studio feeling super confident and knowing what to expect. And Jackie also did this with hers, except it's a virtual studio. So the welcome of how to use the on-demand store or how to use these on-demand classes. And inside this store item, she's sharing with people how to get started, and also sharing what props do I need. So it's answering questions for free, but people input their email address. There's a lot of benefits to this. So giving you ideas here, not saying you have to do these. In fact, I don't do this right now, but keep it in your mind to think about something that you could do in the future in your own store. Automation's just gonna, again, plant the seed here. After you set up a product, it could be free or paid, you can set up what's called an automation. So a trigger is something that happens. So someone bought a product or they downloaded a product. That's the trigger. You can then have automatic actions afterwards, like send an email that you create just for the people who downloaded that product. You can then send another email a few days later. You can add or remove tags. So you can see in this tiny little example here, someone had been tagged that they opted into my beginner yoga free guide, right? They opted in. And then I set up that they get an automatic email follow-up immediately. Then after that, I would set up a delay of 3 or 4 days and then set up another email that says, do you have any questions, or whatever the email could be. So it's a way to have an email series specific to those opt-ins or specific to someone making a purchase. So you can play with that. I'm not going to go in depth, but planting the seed in your mind that automations is a thing, and to try it out, right? Let's get to number 3. Online courses, a little bit different because they have a clear start and end and usually include multiple lessons. In this category, I'm going to include challenges, series, workshops, webinars, all of these things. All this is in the category of online courses. If there's something that has multiple lessons and a clear start and end, then I'm going to consider it an online course. This is recorded content. In your store, it's on demand. It's not a live scheduled thing. That would be in your schedule, your offerings, your event series. That's the other part of Offering Tree. In this section, your courses are the replays or the on demand or the download and watch on your own time, self-paced. And so if you've recorded a live course, you can then upload it to become on demand. And that can be a very powerful tool for those who are doing series, challenges, courses who do it in real time, right? You can create an online course. Here's a couple examples. Farah has one store item called the Yoga for Resilience 30-day course. This is just one store item. And within it, she has 30 lessons, 30 different videos and 30 text boxes that walks people through the 30 days. And it's self-paced. Now, yes, you can drip the content one day at a time or multiple days or 1 week at a time, but oftentimes it's easy just to say, here you go. Now it's on you to complete this course. We've got Tess here at TitoniYoga.com who has a reset meditation course, 10 days of meditation, 10 different lessons inside of one store item. And then Shauna at Kalana Yoga has a 4-part series. So kind of like a course, but even more mini, just 4 different lessons or 4 different classes that she uses to have a yoga for running series. And she names it, really obvious title, 4-part series, yoga for running. And they can buy into this store item, this mini course, and there you go. There you have it. So lots of different options. I actually teach people how to create online courses, digital products, build your email list and all that. I have a list of my own online courses to walk you through step-by-step at my website, ashesyoga.com/workwithme. So if you were interested in getting that full step-by-step for online course creation as a yoga teacher or email list building, you can find out some more ways to do that here. Okay. And we'll go through the last 2. Class recordings, I think is, oh, thanks, Claudia. Claudia's taken the course, How to Create Your First Online Yoga Course. It's a good one. Okay, class recordings. I think this is the obvious store item that a lot of yoga teachers use the store for. it's your replay library, right? Your video library. You think, okay, I've done some Zoom yoga, I've done some classes. Now I need to upload them into a class library. This is where you could do it in the store. The most frequently asked question is about organization. Organization for both how to upload the videos and how to make it look nice, like how to make it look pretty. What should I do? Here are some examples. Okay. So as a class recordings, there's a lot that you could do. Play with the sections, of course. Allison at Breathe, Move, Relax has an on-demand video library that she has one video at a time for sale for a certain amount of money. So £4, £2, £4 to take the one video or one class. And it's a purchase. So once someone purchases it for £4, they just get it forever and ever, or they have access to it, right? So it's a singular purchase. Now, I don't know if it's downloadable or not. You can choose if the video is downloadable or not. That's an option for you, but one at a time. And then she probably has a bunch of these that you can purchase, one-off videos. And then we've got Farah, who does a very similar thing too. She's got a few video library recordings that are one video, one practice, 60-minute restorative, buy it for $14. 75-minute slow flow, $14, all up for full access for as long as they want. Then we've got Jackie, who decided to put her videos in a series. So she has a 9-part series in one store item. The cost is a lot higher. It's $225 to buy the 9-part series because she puts all the content into one. So rather than one-off video, she does a bundle of videos and it's available for purchase. Then we've got Shauna, who does yoga class libraries available for rent, which is a really amazing option that is maybe not available on every platform, but Offering Tree gives you this option to have limited time access. So she has a library or a series of videos, not a series, but really a library, pick and choose, available for rent for 30 days. And so you have access for 30 days and then access goes away. That's a very similar to what I do as well, is I have a bunch of videos in one store item and you access it with a membership. And if you're not on the membership, you no longer have access. So there's no right way to do this. This is what I was saying, is you can do one video at a time. You can do one purchase at a time. You can do a series, a bundle, a limited time access. You can do a combo of all of it. And so you might just be like, my head's exploding. That's okay. One step at a time. Start with one video. If you're doing a class recording, try uploading one video, one store item, and just putting a price to it. And that's it. And then you'll gain that confidence to continue. Okay. Another thing that I was asked recently was, I've got a bunch of videos. Can someone search through the videos? Yes. Or how can you find them if you've got all these videos? So what I recommend is creating tags for your store items, and then someone can filter to find by the tags you've created. So you might have a bunch of 30-minute videos and 60-minute videos. So you have a tag based on the length of video or style. Maybe you have multiple styles: vinyasa, slow flow, restorative. And so you also have different tags for the styles. And so you can manage those tags in each store item. You can go and manage and decide which store item, which video is tagged in a certain way. So that's what I have as an example here. I have tags for the duration classes, the style, and for different teacher trainings. But you might have different types of tags or sections for tags. It's a way for people to be able to search easily and find what they want. So great option here. Good job, Offering Tree. I think this was a recent update with filters and searches. So love it. Awesome. And the last one I want to share is a membership. So a membership isn't additional content. It's the way that you present that content, or a way that you can purchase the content. So you can have a membership for only on demand. You can have a membership for on demand and live classes. You can do a combination. You can do a membership for only live classes. Offering Tree gives you that the availability to pick and choose. So what is it that you want? So a membership would be a monthly auto payment. You don't have to take payment month after month. It automatically goes through to access the store content. You can also choose this to be weekly, quarterly, yearly, however duration you want. Most people do monthly. That's just a very common thing. So I have a monthly membership for only my Zoom yoga replays, and they live in my store, my online yoga class video library. And so all Zoom yoga replays on demand only, it's $25 a month. Jackie has on demand, very clear title, on demand monthly membership for your on demand classes only. Monthly membership, $49 a month, recurring payment, cancel anytime. You can also offer free trials, limited time trials. Again, lots of different options, how you want to set it up. And Tess at Taitoni Yoga had actually, I wanted to highlight this one because she built a separate page as a sales page. So it's a little designed a little bit more fancy. She's got a little swoopy here and a mock-up and some cool text. So she has more of just like a sales page that talks about her membership. Her membership includes on-demand content that you can access. With the membership, does anyone have a membership? Like I want to see a show of hands. Anyone do the on-demand membership thing? Yes? Yes, no, yes or no? Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Not yet, but you want to? Hopefully. It's a great option. Okay, good. So some of you have that. Here's a few tips or recommendations. I recommend creating a little tutorial, whether that's on video or it's a step-by-step process for how to access video content, how to access membership content. Because once you join the membership, it's not maybe obvious that you have to go and buy each store item with your membership. So just explaining, so you've got the membership, now you have to go in and access it. Here's how. So I do that in a simple video that I put out, everywhere. I really liked how Tess did this. She has a members info store item. So members can enter in and get that onboarding process to understand how to use the membership. So good job, Tess. That's a really great option because it's a start here for membership info and any discounts or how to cancel, how to pause, that kind of thing. So that's all here. So that's a great thing to add to your store. Yes, I don't know. Christine says for memberships, I know we could talk about memberships at length, like so much regarding memberships. So we could spend the entire rest of the time and hours longer talking about memberships. This is all about giving you inspiration to get started. And then we can ask questions and head over to like the Offering Tree user group on Facebook if you want to ask questions or get people's input on memberships and what they've been doing, because there's a lot of great people. Yes. Creating a separate page for another store. Yes, I will show you that actually. So as a reminder, you can do everything, but not all at once. So start with one thing. Start with maybe you're just starting your membership and you've just got a little bit of content, or maybe you're focusing on selling a digital product only, or a lead magnet that leads to joining your email list. Start with one thing and then do that really well before moving on. So I do want to talk about how to upload your video files. And this is something I want to really give a lot of attention to because it can be confusing. And I want to give you some tips and best practices that you might not be able to get from the support articles. They're not going to necessarily tell you these things. So it's kind of like the secrets of uploading your videos. Okay, really, I'm talking about the specifics. So I'm going to jump to a different screen share soon, but there are 3 ways to upload your videos if you're creating a video library or anything with videos in it. Number 1, you can directly upload to Offering Tree. Offering Tree is hosts the videos for you up to 4 gigabytes each video, unlimited number of videos, as many as you want. Like I said, I've got hundreds. Number 2, you can upload the video elsewhere and embed it inside of your store using the embed code. And number 3, my personal favorite is to upload the video on YouTube and then put it in a text box. And this is kind of maybe confusing. Let me show you what that looks like, because it's like, wait, text box, YouTube video, embedding, what? Okay, let me show you. Okay, I gotta share the next thing just to give you an idea. So somebody did just ask, and I want to just go through it real quick. You asked, how do you create a separate page? So I've got my video library here where it's got all sorts of sections. Okay, I've got 3 sections. I actually created an additional page called free guides and I took a store section and I uploaded just that one section into this page. And that's it. So I'm not going to give you the how-to on that, but if you create a blank page, you have the option to add a store section just on the page. So that's what I did. So my free downloads is a separate page that includes just one section of my store. And you could do that with really any section you have. Okay, so that's how you organize that. All right, so I'm not going to show you how to do it in the back end, but just know that's an option. It's creating a blank page and then adding a store section in. All right, so what I'm showing you here is the 3 different ways to upload your videos. Number 1, you can upload directly to Offering Tree. That's what I did right here. What you can see is the thumbnail image is the first frame of your video. There's a few pros and cons to this. It's the first frame. You can't change the thumbnail of an Offering Tree upload. So it's going to be just you looking however you're looking at the camera, looking like this. If you want to edit your videos and put a thumbnail or an image at the front of the video, sure, go ahead. That's just going to take you more time. So what I've done, I'm the type of person who I just want things uploaded, just put it in. So I upload it this way and I say, I don't care what I look like. It's fine. People will hit play. A couple other pros and cons to this is the pro is that it looks very clean and easy to maneuver. One of the cons is there's no option for captions. I hope that changes one day. But as far as accessibility goes, you can't add a thumbnail. You can't add any captions. It just is what it is. You can't track any progress of this video. It's just there. So if you had a video library like I do, where it's hundreds of videos, great, sure, have access to it. I'm not tracking analytics. I'm not tracking progress. Just upload straight to Offering Tree. Wonderful. Okay, that could work. You can't add any text underneath. The only thing you can do is change the title. All right. If you upload, let's say to YouTube or Vimeo or someplace else, you can also add it as an embed code, just a code block. And again, there is a thumbnail I've attached, but I can't do anything else underneath it. I can't add any description unless I know code, which I don't. It gets confusing. I don't often use the code block. It's one that I don't frequently recommend, but it is an option. And the third way, the one that I like the best, is a text block with a video, with a YouTube video embedded within it. Why? Because you can add text underneath. You can add clickable links. You can add additional content and information. If this is like a single lesson, you can add more to it. And it doesn't have to be a YouTube video link. You can embed a different code for video. But this is just my preferred method. If I were to start over, I would upload to YouTube and then put it in a text box. What that looks like, if you go to edit your content, is you have the option for adding a file, which would be adding a video, adding text, or adding code. When you add text, let's get this really big here. When you add text, this plus button, this is where I want you to really look at, like see it, the plus button, click it. There's this little YouTube icon. Click the YouTube icon and just insert the YouTube link to the video, and that is it. It will embed within the text box. Yay! A lot of people don't know this function's available, this feature is available, because what that does is allows you to add, like I said, to add text underneath a description. Maybe you have an information that says, I love this disclaimer, it's a members only video, please do not share or save the videos. I never worry about people sharing or saving my unlisted videos, and that's what you want here, an unlisted YouTube video, because I just don't worry about it. You might, if you worry about that, maybe you're uploading directly to Offering Tree, but on YouTube, I don't worry about it so much, but you can also say, don't share it. Otherwise, access will be removed. Do not share, do not save, members only, right? For paying members. And then also other disclaimers and things. I just like to be as thorough as possible as I can on everything that I do. So I wanted to share that. I know it can be a little bit confusing. Let's see. Yes, it works with Vimeo as well. The embed for in the text block, you can't just embed the link only. What you would do is you'd have to embed an integrated code if you're doing it that way. Otherwise, you would add code for Vimeo. So there's no Vimeo integration. There's a YouTube integration, no Vimeo integration, but you can add Vimeo videos. I don't know about closed captions. I do think that's very important too, which is why I do prefer the YouTube method for now. Yeah, something, I think I had mentioned that once to them, but you know, we'll see. Was there anything else I was going to share? Oh, one more thing I wanted to share. If we go back, when you are adding your store items, this is one last thing I want to share when it comes to creating your store item, if you edit it, right? So if you want to offer something for free, this can sometimes be confusing. So this is another point just to really hone in on and pay attention to. If you want to offer something for free, you can't just type $0. You have to uncheck accept online payments. And this is what's going to make a lead magnet or something for free, but you have to input your email address. So just simply uncheck accepting payments, and then you're good to go. It will be accessible for free. If you are accepting payments, you have a few options for payments, you set that up. But I just want you to know that because it can be confusing if you think, how can I offer something for free? I typed in 0 and it didn't work. Well, uncheck the box, you're good to go. All right, back to it. So I know there's probably a bunch of questions regarding some of those things, which I just did that screen share to show you. Was there any questions that I maybe had missed? Because I did just talk about quite a bit here. Anything?
I have one here, Ashley,
Yeah.
that Debbie's just put in the Q&A. Is offering tree specifically for yoga and or fitness sites? I'm a yoga instructor who also teaches mysticism. No, not at all. We've got lots and lots of different people on the site, all different types of wellness modalities, but you can offer more than one offering on the site as well, because you can create a page that lists, say, if it is mysticism or whatever other strand of your business, you just create a page and can offer those there. Do you have anything to add to that, Ashley?
Yeah, well, I built my mom a website and she's a hairstylist. So she works on Offering Tree as a hairstylist who runs a chair at a salon. So anyone that's in the service-based business, Offering Tree is great for. I think what I see is just a lot of times advertised for yoga teachers and wellness practitioners. But if you offer a service, it's likely you can use Offering Tree.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's so cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and she takes payments though separately. So yeah, it's really cute. I love it. So I made her a website. It's hair, by the way, let me just type it in here, hairbyrosie.com, and it's adorable.
We're going to add that to the replay. That's too cute.
And so she does hair and runs. She's so not tech savvy. And I've been helping her through the process, and it's helping me learn what kind of questions people have when they really have no idea. So she like just any question she has, I'm like, oh, someone else probably has this question. So thank you, Mom. So it's great. Can you offer audio files only? Yeah, so you can upload audio files just as you would a video file. So audio files only, you can upload them, very simple. You can also add it as code. You can add it in a few different ways. But yeah, just as you would upload a video file, you can upload audio file, MP3. So the difference with YouTube, I also have a course called YouTube for Yoga Teachers. Shout out for that one. It's a great one, youtubeforyogateachers.com. But with YouTube, you have 3 options for uploading or privacy settings. Number 1 is public, where anyone can find it. It's searchable. Anyone can see it at any time. Number 2 is unlisted, which means anyone with the link can view it. You'd have to give them the link or share the link. You can also embed it into your Offering Tree site. People will be able to see it. And then there's private. Private is only you can view it. So you wouldn't want to put a video in your video library that's private because no one's going to be able to see it. So unlisted is really the way to go. Unless you're sharing a public video just as a resource, you can add that in there. But mostly for members only, it would be unlisted. It's unsearchable to the public. Yes, it's private, but it's not private. It's available with the link only. So it's unsearchable. It's not on YouTube. And as far as recommendations for software for audio, I don't have any. Let's see some other questions. What else are we going through? Oh, so we went through the 5 types of digital content. I'm kind of getting towards the end here, so we can go through some more questions. I talked about how to upload video files. So hopefully that was helpful, because this can be a big question. I gave a lot of examples of people using the store in different ways. And yeah, let's take a pause now. Can you mix on-demand video and live classes in a membership? How can you? Oh, so when you set up your membership, there are options to say to let the members know, or there are options. You can check the boxes for what you want the membership to have access to. So it could be live offerings, it could be store content, it can be, whatever you choose. And you can limit it. You can make separate pages even on Offering Tree for members only too.
There is one here from Annika. Mm-hmm. How do I get my Offering Tree link to appear as a website without the Offering Tree text? I think that is where what you're saying, Annika, is where it's like www.mywebsite.offeringtree.com. So you can have your own domain name. That's the standard domain name. Ashley uses it because Ashley builds in the schedule of the Offering Tree site. So if you have your own domain name, the support team can sort that out for you, and it will remove the Offering Tree from the text there.
Yeah, so it's $15 one-time fee to get your own domain name instead of .offeringtree.com. The reason that I have .offeringtree.com is because I have a separate website on WordPress. So I actually include Offering Tree with WordPress. I sneak it in there. So my Offering Tree offerings and store are available on my WordPress site as well. They integrate together. Whereas if I'm directing people to just my Offering Tree site, that's why I kept it .offeringtree.com. It's more of an example because I teach on this stuff, less about my main website. So a lot of people have just their name.com and they put that in there. $15 fee. You would do that in the section, what is it? Where's it? Site settings, I believe, or website settings.
Yeah,
site settings.
I think so. And the support team can transfer it over, and Debbie is asking if she already has a domain, can it be transferred over?
Oh yeah. Email support@offeringtree.com.
Yeah.
support@offeringtree.com, and they will sort that out for you.
And then Vicky had asked about a waiver for free online content. I believe so. I believe anything you offer, you can attach a waiver to.
Yes. Yeah. Let me, if some of these, I can share my screen stop that share and share my other screen to share that just from the behind the scenes. So here's all my store items. If I go to edit one, I have an option to include a waiver. So after all of this, here's choose a waiver that you want, or you can create a new waiver for each on-demand content piece. So each store item, you can create a separate waiver or just use your default waiver, whatever waiver you choose. And so when they sign up for that store item or that on-demand class, they have to sign each time if you set that up. Yeah. So I do have that. So yeah, that's require waiver, check on or check off.
And Joy had asked, and sorry, I missed this question earlier. Joy had asked, what first steps do you recommend to start an Offering Tree site? And Shauna hopped in with the answer I was going to give. Ashley has a great course on starting an Offering Tree website. So I
have a more, actually an in-depth course too. So I have that little intro course that I did for Offering Tree, but I also have a course called Wellness Website in a Week. And it is 7 sections of step-by-step pure checklist goodness that walks you through every single tiny little question you might have. So learning from people who have no idea about technology or where to start. It's called Wellness Website in a Week, 7 sections. It won't take you a week. It'll take you longer than a week, most likely if you're just getting started. If you had all day, every day for a week, you might get it done in a week, but it's a great way to get started, just understanding like how to even write, how to write offerings, how to write an about me section. You'll get a lot more than just Offering Tree, but there's more to building a website than the tech of it. Like you still have to, like a headshot, you need an about me page, you need to write a description for your offerings. So I walk through all those little things.
Cool. I'm looking at some questions here in the Q&A that we might have
Yeah,
missed, Ashley, so I'm going to read these out. Well,
go ahead.
Helen says, do you have a sample waiver? There's actually a default waiver built into the offering tree site, and then you go in and adjust it yourself. It's really easy to do. Rose is saying, I would love a session on lead magnets and best way to set up and automate. That's a great one.
I have a course called Email List Building Basics. So that's another one. But that was actually my first webinar was Offering Tree, was how to create irresistible lead magnets. But that was also 3 years ago or so. So some things have kind of changed. And I just revamped my course on email list building basics. And a lot of it, I talk about Offering Tree. So in my courses, you're going to get all the tutorials for Offering Tree specifically, but you also don't have to use Offering Tree. It's just what I'm sharing. So I've got all those checklists and things because it can be confusing, and best practices. So the stuff that I teach is beyond like the support articles. It's like, here's a tip for you to save you time. So
I love it. And then Angela says, how long will the offer be available? Is that the discount offer for Offering Tree? Because if you're using Ashley's partner code, which is www.offeringtree/ashes, and I'll share all this in the replay email as well, that is forever available. And you get 50% off the first 3 months if you buy a monthly plan, right, Ashley? Or 15% off an annual plan.
yes.
For Offering Tree. And there's a couple of different plan levels depending on what your needs are.
I recommend everyone start, like you can start with essentials. And then if you have to upgrade to pro for one of the features, like more automations, if you want to collect phone numbers, if you don't want the additional little 2% fee or whatever it is, then great. But you could get started. And there's a 14-day free trial too. So you could build out everything and have this amazing website within a week or so and not yet pay anything. But it's also really affordable. So yeah, there is a replay of this webinar. Yes.
I'm just going to do a quick shout out here from, I hope I'm saying your name right, Nikiva. Ashley is excellent. I did a 30-minute consult with her last year and it was stellar. Highly recommend. That's perfect. And Megan's in our Q&A saying, you and many other yoga teachers offer a lot of classes on YouTube for free. Thank you for this. But how did you decide that it was time to take a video and sell it as opposed to posting it on YouTube to the public? Oh, I like that.
I love this question. So I have a YouTube course, right, that talks kind of about this. Is YouTube is used for video marketing, meaning if you're sharing something on YouTube, it needs to have a call to action. It needs to have a, here's the next steps to work with me. It doesn't give a full transformation. It's really just like random. It seems kind of random. There's no clear path. And it always has the work with me further, go to my website, dive deeper here, rather than just giving away classes. Like you're not just teaching a class on YouTube and then not saying what to do next. Whereas in a membership or something that's paid is more of a full transformation. You might give a little bit more of the like exact how-tos, those like secret steps. And there's no like call to action. It's just, you're working with me now. I'm giving you my attention, giving you a little bit more. Whereas those videos you put publicly need to lead to something. That's my thoughts.
Tara had asked, how do you offer video to students to be accessed by membership only?
Ooh. So I do that. So my morning movement and meditation, there's a checkbox here that says only available to members or package holders. So this is only available to people, only available to people who are on my all Zoom yoga replays membership. That's it. So you can't purchase this separately. It's not available for a limited time for anyone else except members. So within the store item editing content area, you can there we go. You can choose, you can adjust the settings down here. So only available or also allow membership access. So pick and choose.
Perfect. And kind of on that is, Muriel said, how can we mix on-demand video and live class inside a membership?
Yeah, I actually, that's the same thing that I do. So I do the same thing. So with this, my class is free, but if it wasn't, I still could have that. Instead of editing it here in the membership section, you have an option, let's say with my memberships, you have I'll show this too. So description's really long. You can include offerings, and you can include store items. So include offerings. I also include my live classes. And then in my store item, I decide that this membership also can access more store items. So I can choose offerings. If you don't have any offerings in this membership, you click no offerings. No scheduled stuff, no live classes. It's only on demand. So no offerings, only on demand. Otherwise, you can choose which live classes are also included in the membership. So mix and match.
That is perfect. I think, have we got time for one more question? There's so many here, and I'm sorry if we missed your question earlier. So I'm going to choose out of a couple here. Well, actually, they're kind of the same. So Liz is asking, how is a tag for a store item different than the filter for the store?
Yeah, or a what? Different than a what?
The tag is different to the filter. So if you're searching.
Oh, yeah.
Store.
So let's quick do that. When I go to the example, if I go to my video library, my store, the filter, these are each tag. So 30-minute tag, 60-minute tag. It's a morning movement tag or yoga sculpt tag. So you're filtering by tags. The filter is the filter of where people search. The tag is how you label them. So you can decide what kind of these tags look like, what they're called. These are different than the tags you give people who sign up for things. This is just your store tags, like for filtering purposes. So you get to decide which ones are tagged on what. When you edit your store item, let's edit one. At the very bottom, I've got 2 tags for this one. I can pick and choose which tags I want to add for filtering purposes.
That's perfect. It's so useful to be able to see the back end of your site to explain it. Thank you, Ashley.
Good.
Oh, yes. Thank you, guys. Well, I want to honor your time, Ashley, because I know you've got children to take care of, and this was incredible. There's so much information. I'm sorry if we didn't get to your questions. We're going to send out the replay shortly. You can ask any questions back to that email that you get. I'm going to share all of Ashley's links so you can continue to work with Ashley. What's your website, Ashley? It's
ashesyoga.com. Just ashesyoga.com. You'll find more information there.
Yeah. And that can lead into everything,
everything,
right?
Yes,
all
yes.
the links that you've shared and Instagram or social media.
Ashes Yoga everywhere. That's what it is.
And she's also in our Facebook user group. Almost
if you have anyone has questions, hop into that Offering Tree Facebook user group. I like to check it and I love answering questions there. So hop into that user group. You'll see me and other people who just really love the software will be super helpful to you.
This is perfect. Yes. And thanks for all you do, Ashley. We appreciate you. And thank you, everybody, for being here. This was
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I love this. Thank you.
Okay. Take care, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.